Many of our viewers are currently considering moving to the world's most livable city, Vienna. But is Vienna an affordable place to buy real estate? Or are you better off if you look for rental properties? The global market situation impacted Europe heavily, and you can definitely feel it in Vienna as well. In this video, we will discuss some of the most important key points that should help you make a thoughtful decision. For everyone who is new to our channel, we are Kathy and Puriya, and we have been living in Vienna for almost all our lives and just recently acquired our second property here in Vienna. But would we recommend you to do the same? Here are some points to consider that helped us in our decision-making process. Let's go through them. Flexibility. Before diving into the specifics of the Viennese real estate market, one of the first points is flexibility. When buying real estate, it requires a long-term commitment from your side. Depending on your investment strategy, the financial commitment can range from 2 years up to 30 years. So, if you purchase a property but need to move away, it can be very difficult and costly to sell it. On the other hand, renting offers a higher level of flexibility and allows you to adapt your accommodation to changes in your life circumstances. For example, a growing family may require a larger space than what a previously purchased small property can provide. But with renting, you have the option to find a larger rental unit that suits your needs. However, in 2013, we purchased our first property when we did exactly this and bought a small apartment as a couple. Was it a mistake? No, not at all. Actually, it was one of our best investment decisions as the market situation was completely different back then, and we were able to secure a newly built apartment for a fair price and started paying back our loan at a very young age. The property rose in value and became an additional guarantee for future loans. So it really depends on your own investment strategy and also in the market situation. This brings us to our second point. Market situation. As you might have heard, read, or experienced, interest rates in Europe are continuing to rise since the beginning of 2022. What does that mean for the market situation in Vienna? Did it impact the real estate prices? Not really, at least not yet. Who knows what the future will bring? But with rising interest rates, it's definitely much more expensive to buy real estate with a bank loan compared to a year before. Every down market also brings new opportunities. So if you're interested in buying real estate in Vienna, don't rule it out just yet, because you still might be able to find some heavily discounted properties which could turn out to be a great investment in the long run. However, keep in mind that the European Central Bank also increased the down payment share, which means as a buyer you need to bring more of your own money to the table to be eligible for a housing loan. With that being said, we're not giving any financial advice and would urge you to do your own research and talk to your bank before investing during an economic downturn. Let us know in the comments below if you think right now is a good time to buy real estate in Vienna. We would love to get your thoughts on it. However, what we love to do is to observe the housing market and price developments. And with we, I mean Puriya. Let's find out how he does that in our next point. Finding property. Vienna's real estate market is still very competitive, and finding your perfect property can be challenging and time-consuming. This is partially caused by the high reputation of Vienna's living standards, social security system, and its affordable public transportation system, which means even the outskirts of the city still enjoys a good connection to the city center, which eventually also positively impacts the real estate prices. Our go-to websites to look for real estate listings are willhaben.at and Immobilienscout24.at. Both are very popular in Vienna and allow you to filter your matching criteria and even set notifications based on your requirements. The moment there is a new listing that matches your search criteria, you will be notified. The second option to find adequate real estate is by contacting a real estate agent. If you're new to the Austrian housing market, you might want to consider this option stronger. Real estate agents normally have a deep understanding of the local property market and can provide valuable insights and consultations. What's even more crucial is that they also help you with the legal paperwork and negotiations and could assist you with the process of obtaining mortgages through their own network. We personally never hired an agent, but we had often thought and researched about it. One of the most famous real estate agents in Austria is Remax. However, if you're looking in the higher segment, very popular ones are Engel & Völkers and GP Immobilien. The third option is to look for new and upcoming projects which are often sold by the developer directly. It has the advantage that there's often no middleman commission, but of course it does come with risks, for example, delays in the construction process, lacking construction quality, and sometimes additional hidden costs. Nevertheless, we bought both of our apartments directly from Austria's state-owned construction company called Strabag. And in both cases, we were very happy with the outcome, although we did have some delays in both the projects. However, the delays were manageable for us. It might not have been the case for others who bought an apartment in the same property. The construction business is full of unforeseen obstacles, and with that being said, one more time, we can only advise you to take the research seriously and educate yourself before purchasing real estate, even if it's in Vienna. Our next point is affordability. When looking for a property, many people just consider the purchase or rental price, but what should not be forgotten are the ongoing costs of maintaining and living in the property. When thinking of buying or renting real estate in Vienna, ensure that you have full visibility over all the upcoming expenses. The cost of real estate in Vienna can vary greatly depending on location and type of property, but the following are almost unavoidable: your monthly mortgage or rent. If inflation goes up, so does your rent. If interest rates go up and you sign a mortgage with a flexible yield, your mortgage goes up as well. So depending on the market situation, expect fluctuations in both directions when signing your legal documents. Maintenance cost. If you own real estate, you're also financially responsible to maintain it, and services aren't cheap in Vienna. Servicing your windows before cold winters can cost you a couple of €100, whereas if you rent an apartment, your landlord is normally responsible to cover these expenses. Fees and taxes. When buying real estate, there are several additional fees and taxes that will cost you around 10% of the buying price of the property. This includes notary fees, property transfer tax, land registry fees, and agent commissions if an agent was involved. When renting, you obviously don't need to pay these fees and taxes, but have to expect additional costs, which could include agent commissions, exit fees for the inventory, and a deposit for some furniture pieces like the kitchen. Operating costs. Operating costs are monthly payments transferred to the property management to maintain the building, cut the grass, and do the cleaning of general community areas. Usually they charge you something around 2.5 to €4 per square meters, depending on the amount of amenities. So if you have a 50 square meter apartment, you end up paying around €125 to €200 per month. If your apartment complex has a lot of green areas, for example a gym or even a kids playing area, this fee is normally closer to €4 per square meters. The operating costs need to be paid regardless if you own or rent the apartment. But if you're renting, it's normally already included in the rent, so you actually don't really see it. Utilities. Gas, electricity, water, internet. Austria has been heavily impacted by the Ukraine-Russia war and has seen a surge in gas and utility prices recently. In 2015, we used to pay around €35 per month for electricity. Today, the same apartment has a bill of around €100, which is almost a 200% increase. The bigger your apartment, the bigger the impact during these times. In conclusion, whether you buy or rent an apartment in Vienna will depend on your circumstances, your plans, and priorities. If you're looking for a long-term investment and the freedom to make changes to your property and just fulfilling the dream of owning a property, then buying an apartment may be the best option for you. On the other hand, if you're looking for a more flexible and cost-effective option, renting an apartment may be the way to go. So guys, we have reached the end of this video, and if you found it helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you guys in the next one. Bye!